Hey guys, what's going on? David Lillian back again with a long-awaited tutorial. I know you guys have been really patient, waited 3 weeks for this, I think. I haven't been on my account much. I haven't been doing much design for WFA lately. And the reason why is because some of you guys may know this. I got a little job partnership working at Wesleyan University, which is in Connecticut, the United States. So basically, I've been doing some designs for them, and it was a little bit of dedication. So I had to talk to the coach a little bit and get some stuff sorted out for the job. So busy doing that, but now that's sort of slowed down over the last few days. So I'm back to doing WFA stuff on this account. There still are some external factors that I'm working with. I'm working with my cousin. He is an artist. I will leave a link to his Instagram down in the description below. He's not a graphic artist. He is a, I don't know what you call it, physical artist. He does amazing work. This guy's my cousin, awesome dude. So go check him out, Philson Art. Another thing, I am getting ready this coming Friday, so this message is only going to be valid from Monday to Friday, so for this week. So NFA DZN, who's a good friend of mine, he's starting a new series. I forget what he said it was called, but anyways, basically it involves graphic design. It's sort of like 7-minute squads if you guys watch FIFA content on YouTube. Sort of like 7-minute squads, except with graphic design. It's sort of like you got to make a speed design. It's pretty cool. You'll see what it is. I'm going to be there on Friday doing the recording with him, so that should be pretty fun. I'll leave a link to his channel. You definitely subscribe to him. He does tutorials and stuff like that as well. Definitely more advanced than me as far as video editing is concerned by far. So go check him out. Again, links in the description below. Yeah, so I just have one more thing. We have last week's winner from the contest is Novak FIFA. And the question was, who do you think is going to win the Euros and who do you think will be the top scorer? So Novak, you said, great video, David, and I'm an app editor, but I watch these anyways as they just get better each time. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate anybody who watched my videos. Subscribe. You can just click that like button, which I always recommend you do. But anyways, you're an app editor, so I'll help you out with whatever you need to do. I used to do that stuff with apps a while back, so just I will send you a DM, and I will help you with whatever you need. Anyways, he went on to say, I think the winner of the 2016 Euros will be Mark Wilmots's Belgium. The amount of world-class players on their side is outstanding. Their defense, midfield, and attack are unstoppable. And as for Courtois, he may not be back in time for the Euros. He may be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think he is already one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think De Gea is the best. Non-biased, I truly do think, watching all the Man United games this season and last season and the season before, De Gea has not had a drop in form for 3 years. I know Neuer's great, but I think De Gea beats him out. And definitely 2-3 years down the line, #1 in the world, no doubt. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. With a great manager and an unstoppable side, I think Belgium will be led to victory. As for the top goal scorer, it really could be anyone in my opinion. It could be Spain's Diego Costa after a poor 2014 World Cup by Spain and a poor season by Costa's Chelsea. Both Spain and Costa can only look to improve. Plus, with all the world-class players around Costa, goals are sure to come his way. So I definitely agree with you. Spain are back on the upslope. They slipped a little bit down over the last few years from 2012 to 2014, and the World Cup was sort of the low point. Costa got back to scoring in England last season. Hasn't had a great season this season, but he's picking it up. Scored that late equalizer against United on Sunday. Still bitter about that. But anyways, yeah, he's coming back to form, and I'd agree with you as far as your points make sense. I'll say that. My pick was France and Muller. You can pick whoever you like. Anyways, question for this week that I want you guys to put in the description below to win a PSD of your choice is, if you had to pick one stadium around Europe to go see a Champions League match at, where would it be? For me, and it cannot be the team that you support. Cannot. So if you support Barcelona, you can't say Camp Nou. I would say probably the Westfalenstadion, where Signal Iduna Park, also known as, where Borussia Dortmund play, simply because of that yellow wall stand that they have behind one of the goals. That thing is amazing. I'm captivated by that every time I see a picture of it. So my answer is the Westfalenstadion. Give your answers in the description below, and let's get on with this tutorial. So anyways, this one, again, long awaited. First of all, wallpaper of the day, Ana Herrera. I love the guy. Anyways, so take a moment to admire that. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to come on down here, and we are going to flip that on top. What we're going to do is we're going to do Jakub Błaszczykowski. So I don't support Poland. I have a friend who actually really is into Polish soccer. It is into the Poland national team. So shout out to you. And I'm noticing an increase in Polish views of late. So if you're from Poland, cześć. And I hope you appreciate this. This is Jakub Błaszczykowski. I think that's how you pronounce it. If any Polish speakers there, let me know in the comments. Anyways, what I've already done is I've skinned the main picture and I have masked it. If you need help with that, you can refer to my older videos. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to start on the main edit. So we're going to go pretty standard high quality stuff, 2000 by 2000, create that new document. And we're just going to set it to black, just fill the background with that paint bucket tool. Now, we don't need to drag him in yet, that'll come in later. We're going to use the brush tool. Now there are many brushes that I have. I don't remember which pack this was in. I'm sorry. There was a pack that I bought a while back from somebody. It was for $10 and gave me loads of stuff. I'm pretty sure that was one of the things included in it. So I don't necessarily have, it's probably somewhere in my computer, but I don't know the name of it. So I don't really know what you'd search to get it. A lot of the times I can get it, but if you need, I can send you a PNG of this image and that can help you out. Anything you guys need help with, just finding a brush, just let me know if you really can't find it and I will just go like this and send you that. And that should help you with whatever you need. So we're just going to put some splotches around. Sorry, we got to make a new layer first. So we're just going to put some splotches around with this brush, maybe vary it up in size a little bit. You don't need to do shape dynamics for this, pretty standard stuff. Just nothing too crazy here. Yeah, that's about it for that. You need really not that much. Maybe we can size it up a bit as the quality is not the best with that. It looks a little bit flickery, but we can get over that if we need to. Anyway, you know what? We're going to make it all the same. Screw it. We're just going to make it all the same size, and we'll do 3 big splotches. That looks better in my opinion. And we're going to take the opacity down just a bunch, maybe 431. That looks decent. 31. All right. Next up. What are we going to do? We are going to take some Aurora brushes. That's right. Aurora brushes. Great brushes here. I can link these in the description. They are going to be there. So check those out. And I've used this one. I don't know actually if I've used it in any of my tutorials. I think a while back I may have used it, but it hasn't been for a bit of time. It hasn't been a few months since I've done something even close to this style. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this one right here, this 991 brush, and we're just going to go in the at the angle that it picks for us. We're just going to go sort of up, just clicking, trying to fill it up as best as we can. Oh, sorry, always forget to do this on a new layer. That's why it wasn't bright enough. On that new layer, just click around. You can try to make it pretty perfect and look all nice, but for the sake of time, I would normally do that, but for the sake of time, we're just going to go fairly quickly here to try to speed the process along. I know I just can imagine that you guys hate watching these 45-minute long videos, which I've been doing of late. Well, not 45 minutes, but it's been close sometimes. That there was the 53-minute one from a while back that was just absolutely insane. I cannot believe that I sat and did that one in one take because I have no video editing software, which I'm still looking to get. And if anybody can help me out with getting a free one from Mac, that would be awesome, and I'd definitely do whatever you guys need me to do for you. But yeah, that would be sick if any of you guys could hook me up with that. So we have that, and if you want to, you can always just go up on a new layer and maybe just add some bigger ones on top of that. Just fill it in, make it look a little bit cooler. I don't know, just messing around with some ideas here. Don't have to follow anything that I do. So I actually like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer mask on it. But first, we're just going to create the mask. We don't need to do anything with it. Now we're going to come up here and use a Tempest texture brush. These brushes are awesome. I'll link them in the description again, along with the other stuff that I'm linking in the description. And we're just going to set it to black and just go over it with this one here. And pretty easy to find. It's right in the pack. Don't need a sort of a real external download from that one. It's pretty simple. And yeah, maybe just try to fill in the spots. I think I got it all that I wanted to. And just put the opacity, or put the blend mode. You might want it overlay. I don't love that because it doesn't really do the job for me. I think I might just go soft light. Maybe I don't love it. I could go hard light and take the opacity. I think this one is. I'll go hard light, take that opacity down a bit. So you don't need to really change the blending of these. in any real way. But what I want to do is I want to create masks on both of these actually, and you know, because I just wanted to do it, create them in separate layers just in case I wanted to delete the upper one. But we can just merge them by pressing Command E, and yeah, so we can just create one mask for both of those. Sorry, kind of all over the place today. Anyways, we're gonna, is it white? No, black. We're just gonna go to a black brush and just go to this one here in the Tempest text. You really can do any one of it. Truly, it doesn't matter. Any brush that you really want, to be honest with you. And you know what? We're gonna save this for later. Again, all over the place. I apologize. All right, dragging our pictures now. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna come in here. Just drag them all in at once so we don't have to wait. Nice and quick. Jakub. And where's our fourth one? Right here. Knew I had a fourth. Alright, so we can just go one by one skinning these. You guys know what's up with this skinning process. If you don't, I'm just going to go through it. You guys know what Topaz Labs is by now if you've been following my videos. If you don't know, basically, it's an external program. You can get a 30-day free trial. And then once you're done, it's not loading. Hello? There we go. Once it's done with the 30-day free trial, you just put in this code, and it's going to give you all of them. Or I think it still gives you all of them. As of like May 2015, it works. So I haven't tried it since, but I've given it to some people, and they've said it's done the job for them. So hopefully it works. If you need it, message me. I'll hook you up with those Topaz license keys. I think that's what they're called. So anyways, you can see what I'm doing here. Standard stuff. It's what I do in just about every edit that I do. This is the sort of daily style. If I'm posting about, you know, whoever beat whoever, I'm just going to do this and make it. I may post this one just because I have nothing to post. And I haven't posted in like a day. And I promise you guys that I'll be back doing this stuff. Topaz detail, just light. So yeah, I promise you guys I'll be back doing this stuff. And that hasn't really materialized yet. So still working on really getting back to full fitness, if you will. All right, so coming in here, denoise again, as always. Again, like I was saying earlier, I'm doing that series with NFADZN. Definitely encourage you guys to check that out. I don't know who else is going to be on it as far as in the future, but sort of a little hype for his channel. It's awesome. Also, shout out to Alvaro Anchetta. He's a friend of mine. I helped him with editing stuff of late, and he's just a really cool guy. He's from the Philippines. He makes his real true talent. This guy's amazing with it. Is he does these YouTube highlight videos for soccer, football, and they're amazing. So go subscribe to him. I'll link him as well. I really should have mentioned at the beginning of the video. Sorry about that, Alvaro. Really should have gotten you a shout out there at the start. But yeah, so he does amazing stuff. If you want to follow him on Instagram, his Instagram is the FP9. So check that out. Yeah, just encourage for all soccer football supporters out there. Let me know, guys. Do you guys call it soccer or football? Obviously, you call it football elsewhere, but do you get angry if people call it soccer? Or do you get annoyed with them? I don't really know the sort of the feeling there that a lot of foreigners feel. As an American who truly does, it's fair to say for someone like me, knows a lot about the game and knows a lot about how it's played in Europe and can tell you the differences in players. You know, I put it in a way that I can analyze the game. If you can analyze a game and you can watch a game and say, he did well, he didn't do well, this team won, this team lost, and here's why they lost, and sort of break it down in a way that will make sense to somebody who has not seen a match of football. So if you can go and say, well, they lost because their fullbacks committed too far forward late in the game and they got beat on a counterattack, basically, which meaning, you know, the other team took the ball from their own half quickly, marched down the other end because the fullbacks or the wingbacks or the left back and right back were too high up the field. Pretty simple. So in my eyes, if you can break it down to somebody who's never seen football before, then you can successfully understand the game. That's just my view. You can think whatever you want as far as what the hell Americans know about football. From watching these videos, you may think I know nothing. Let me know what you guys think of my abilities. Curious to know. But yeah, I'd say I'm pretty knowledgeable about the sport. So we're just loading all these into one image is really unnecessary. We can delete some of these because you cannot see them, or you cannot see this. Back to the start here. So I'm going quickly here, making good time, making up for that long intro. All right, one more to go so you guys can see this Topaz denoise. I think it's on light. I pretty much always use light. It's just keeps it easier. Another tip that I mention in just about every video is organize your layers when you're doing the Photoshop, when you're doing, the big edit, because that'll help you in the future if you want to take out stuff, reorganize stuff in the end. I'll tell you what, 95% of the time, I'm not going to sit there and put in the last picture and drag it in and say, okay, it's done. I like it. No, that almost never happens. I'm usually going to go in and refine and tune and make it perfect. So, it's all about the quality of your work. How good do you want it to be? If you've spent 10 minutes on it and you say, hey, look, this is the best I can do, I like it and I'm satisfied with it, then you do you, man. That's your work. That's your art. So put it out there for the world to see. If they like it, then they like it. If they don't like it, then they don't like it. But if you like it and you're cool with it, that's what's important. Now, if you're getting paid to do a job and they don't like it, that's something else. But if you're doing your own work and you're putting it out there and you're getting critiqued, use that critique to an advantage if you want to gain a following. But if you really like your art, stick with what you're doing. Be creative as you can. So anyways, we're coming in here with some Topaz detail. These are great pictures that they really bring out the Topaz clean, which I love. I love that look. So we're just gonna start dragging all the skin pictures. Oh, wrong one. We're gonna start dragging all the skin pictures in here, and I'll show you what we're gonna be doing with them in just a second. We're gonna be lining one up in each corner, and I already got that one. May need to zoom in on that one a little bit more just so we can get the full effect there. All right, so generally I'm going to want the ones with the field and the bottom. So even though this one has the field, I'll still put it up top just because it doesn't have that much of the field. This one clearly evident that he's running, so we will put this one on the bottom. Generally I like to put the field picks more towards the bottom of the image. And then you got this one here. Oh, same one. Got this one here. And again, like I said, I'm going to probably have to make it a bit bigger than I should have originally planned for because you want to bring out that Topaz clean. And the final one, it's right above. There we go. All right. So, by the way, I'm pressing Command-T and holding Shift to upsize these images, just so you don't get it out of proportion. That's why you hold the Shift. So, what we're going to do for all these is we are going to do image adjustments, black and white. There is a shortcut for that. I don't know it though. You can read it there, but I'm not going to spend the time doing it because it's like 4 keys. Just not going to waste my time with that. Screw that. Forget it. We're just going solo. All right. Again, images, adjustments, black and white. So that's for all these 4 images. Now, we are going to apply layer masks to each one of these images. And we're going to fill each of them with black. So make sure you are selecting the layer masks and not the players. Layer masks and not the players. Come in here with the white brush, and generally I like to use something like this would be most appropriate, but possibly in this case another brush. So usually I like to use something like this. Again, that's Tempest texture brush. This one really works well for me. I love the way it just looks. And the advantage of using these layer masks is that you can delete and take it. So if I went and deleted something, I could just instantly get it back in 1 second. Or if I if I put in too much, I can just instantly take it back by switching the color range to black. So again, you want to make sure you're on the white and just go. So usually I like to leave the upper half of his body generally more concealed and the lower half of the picture look cooler. The head, I always like to get as perfect as I can, really, without stressing myself out. Again, for the sake of time, just not going to make these perfect. They're probably going to look pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm liking the way it's coming out, and I know it's going to be. Usually I get an idea from the start if something's going to be pretty solid, not so solid, or terrible. And a lot of times I'll just quit on stuff, which I really shouldn't do, but I should be going back and refining it. But if you want to create content at a reasonable pace, you're going to want to make sure that you're, quitting on the stuff you gotta quit on when you gotta pull the string. You gotta pull the trigger there. Here we go. So just getting this picture. The foot looks a little bit awkward there. I may need to do something, but I may want to slide him over. Yeah, it's fine. So again, just get that back foot in. And maybe just get a little bit wider of a range there, like that. All right. Coming down here, not really much to see in the background here, so probably just getting the head I think will be suitable for this one. So the head and most of the body here. It's looking good, looking fresh. And then for the top one, great picture right here. We can go all the way up to the corner even. And come down, drop in that field. Again, you want to get, oh, not really again, I don't think I've said this. You want to get that feel of the brush texture on the outside. So you still want to sort of be able to see those lines nice and clearly. I think what I want to do is I want to come down here and sort of make it a bit of a choppier look. Get the ball in. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I don't think I'll be able to see the ball in the end, but does it really matter? No, it doesn't, is your answer. So, where's the original picture? Well, you who have skipped ahead, it's right here. Started with it at the beginning of the video. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this in right up here. May need to readjust some of the pictures behind it, as this one is quite large and sort of wide, I guess. Wider than most. So we'll adjust it just like that. And let's see if we can pull this one back to make it work. I think that one works. I think that looks pretty solid. I like it. And again, that's the advantage again with those layer masks, is you can take it out, put it in whenever you like. So as you can see, just a good example, we have a little piece in here. We clearly erased too much of his head. That's no problem. We can bring that back in because you saw the ball was overlapping there a little bit. Just make sure this is cleaned up nice and easy. All right. Come up here. Come to Photofiltre. I've noticed this works really, really well. And we are going to want to go to filter. Go to red. And just shoot that up all the way. Remember that preserved luminosity thing's got to be all the way up. And just shoot up the red. There you go. If you like it a little bit darker, then you can do it a little bit darker. But I like that. Maybe I want a little bit more saturation, which is all right. We can bring that saturation up just a little bit. And there you go. That looks pretty nice. Maybe I want a little bit darker. Maybe I want to sort of extend this a little bit. But remember, we're going to make it a little bit darker in just a minute. All right, here we go. So, remember this? Remember this here? Yep. Take these layer masks and shut up, phone. Right around where these guys are. Just head to that black again with the same brush. Just click it out. On that layer mask right there. Just click that out. There it is. Simple as you like. So you can see that. Down here, straight edges. You know we don't like straight edges in these. Take that out. Boom. Maybe down here at the bottom because it's a little bit wonky and it goes down to the bottom. Take that out. Same up top. That's the advantage of using these grunge brushes, is they're going to take out a bit but not make the whole picture look terrible. So that looks pretty nice. What we're going to do here is we're just going to take this and go to a brush that is down here. I think they're called like Starburst, I think. Pretty sure. And really don't want this video to be running any longer. This thing is eating up time. Eating up time. Just past one, but we don't have to use that one. So I generally don't like it as much. Here we go. So we're just going to take this one, come up here in the white, bang, set it to whatever you want. I like overlay personally. There you go. And then come behind the filters, above the player. Just come in again, the same brush, man. It's getting the work done for us today. You're gonna want to get this good. So I like to take that down, take that size down a bit, and just get right around the edges there. Gives it a choppy look. Really do like this look for a picture. I think it it has the central focus in the middle. Yet around the edges, it really does look fantastic in the background, all that. So you have that. You can add, sometimes I like to do these, whatever those are called. I like to add those in. Get out of here, spotlight. And then you just come in here with this one. And like I said, you gotta organize, so create a new layer just in case you don't like it. And make sure you're on white, pure white. Just click a couple times, or maybe just once. Once is suitable enough for us today. And yeah, I think we might want to just wrap this up pretty soon. So we'll head in here with a watermark, WFA. Obviously, because I'm using 500 size font, it's massive. There we go. Just got to expand the text box a little bit. Go to my normal font, Avenger Heroic, Vengeance Light. Size that down a lot. A lot. There we go. All right. That's good size for us. And I think we are about done with this video, folks. So, you know, if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please remember to give it a like. If you're new, actually subscribe. Remember to click all those links in the description that I have. Hope you all had a great day. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.